Welcome back to our series for parents, helping your teen overcome pornography addiction. I'm Matt Bulkley, and today we're diving into a critical topic for parents: how to support your teen without carrying the weight of their recovery. If you've just discovered that your teen is struggling with pornography addiction, then you're probably feeling overwhelmed and frustrated and even helpless. You want to help, but where do you start? Today, we'll explore how to align your efforts with your teen's readiness to change using insights from Prochaska's Stages of Change model. Let's get started. As parents, it's natural to want to fix things for your teen. You might feel tempted to monitor their devices, to set strict rules, or push them into therapy. But here's the key: you as a parent can't work harder than your teen does. Recovery from pornography addiction requires their internal motivation. Think of it like teaching your teen to ride a bike. You can guide them, hold the bike steady, cheer them on, but they have to pedal. If you're doing all the work, they won't learn how to balance on their own. So how do you know if your teen is ready to change? Well, that's where the Stages of Change model comes in. Prochaska's Stages of Change model helps us to understand where your teen is in their journey to overcome addiction. Let's break it down. First stage is called pre-contemplation. This is where your teen doesn't see their pornography use as a problem. They might deny it, minimize it, or get defensive. The second stage is referred to as contemplation. This stage, they're starting to acknowledge the issue. They're weighing the pros and the cons of changing. The third stage is referred to as preparation. They're planning to take action, maybe researching solutions or expressing a desire to change. Fourth stage, they're actively working on recovery. They're going to therapy, they're using accountability tools, they're forming new habits. And the fifth and final stage, maintenance, where they're focused on sustaining progress and avoiding relapse. If your teen is in the pre-contemplative stage, pushing solutions too hard can backfire, leading to their resistance or an increase in their secrecy. Your job as a parent is to meet them where they are and gently guide them towards taking ownership. So how do you guide your teen without overstepping? I'm going to list 6 practical ways that you can align your support with their readiness. Number 1, foster open, non-judgmental communication. Create a safe place for honest talks. Instead of lecturing, ask questions like, how do you feel about your online habits? This helps teens in the pre-contemplative stage feel understood and less defensive. Number 2, help them recognize the impact. Gently point out how their behavior might affect their mood, their relationships, or their goals. For example, say, I've noticed you've been more withdrawn lately. Could your online habits be playing a role? This encourages self-reflection without shame. Number 3, model healthy coping mechanisms. Show them positive ways to handle stress or boredom, common triggers for pornography use. Try family activities like exercise or hobbies, and invite your teen to join. Number 4, set boundaries with flexibility. Set clear rules like limiting screen time or using filtering software, but involve your teen in the process. Ask what boundaries feel fair to them. This respects their autonomy and reduces the potential for rebellion. Number 5, encourage professional support when they're ready. Suggest therapy or a recovery group, but don't push. Say something like, if you ever want to talk to someone who specializes in this, I can help you find them. This plants the idea without pressure. And finally, number 6, celebrate small steps. Praise any effort, no matter how small, like opening up about their struggles or trying a new habit. Positive reinforcement goes a long way to keep confidence going. These steps meet your teen where they are, helping them to move from pre-contemplation to action at their own pace. As a parent, it's easy to want to take charge, but over-involvement can backfire. Avoid shaming your teen. It can deepen guilt and drive secrecy. Be patient, as change takes time. And don't forget to take care of yourself. Supporting a teen with a pornography addiction is tough, so lean on counseling, friends, or parent support groups to stay balanced. If your teen's pornography use is affecting their mental health, relationships, or school performance, it might be time to look for professional help. Look for signs like withdrawal, anxiety, depression, isolation, or declining grades. Outpatient therapy, which we've covered in this series, can help. If safety and risk issues are discovered, including sexual acting out with siblings, dangerous online behaviors, including attempts to meet up with others for sexual activity, sending or receiving nude images, the emergence of suicidal behaviors or self-harm, or if despite persistent effort on your part to motivate your teen to work on these issues and an unwillingness on their part to cooperate continues, then more intensive intervention such as STAR guides may be needed. And check out our videos on both the outpatient and STAR guide options for more details. And for the question and answer segment today, 2 questions to cover. Question 1, how can I determine if I am working harder at my teen's recovery than they are? Well, to assess whether you're investing more effort into their recovery than they are, consider several of the following indicators. 1, the emotional investment. If you experience significantly more anxiety and stress about their addiction than they do, while they may be indifferent or unconcerned. Secondly, the level of denial and minimization that happens. If your teen consistently downplays, denies their addiction despite clear evidence to the contrary. Example being a relapse disclosure. If you discover the relapses through your own efforts rather than your teen voluntarily confessing or discussing them with you. Another would be the level of their engagement in recovery. If you find yourself frequently prompting or pushing them into recovery activities, including attending therapy, participating in a recovery group, completing workbook assignments, tracking relapses, or discussing their progress. The lack of broader engagement in their life. So if your teen shows little to no motivation to participate in other areas of life, including academics, friendships, hobbies, work, church, sports, or music. And then lastly would be patterns of isolation or obsession with devices. If they prefer staying at home and isolating over socializing, or they're exhibiting secretive or risky behaviors to maintain access to devices and online platforms, involving lying, deceit, manipulation in order to sustain their addiction. Second question, how can I measure my teen's level of motivation to change? Well, a teen who is motivated to change and is actively working on recovery will usually displays some of these type of behaviors. One would be cooperation in treatment, that they willingly attend therapy sessions and recovery groups, and you don't have to give constant reminders or proddings or encouragement. Second would be that they're proactive in other recovery efforts, including taking initiative and completing workbook assignments, tracking relapses, and that they're openly sharing their successes and struggles with you as a parent. A huge marker would be honesty about relapses, where they admit relapses voluntarily rather than waiting to be caught. Adherence to boundaries, where they respect and follow rules regarding technology and their online access. And then lastly, engagement in life, where they demonstrate enthusiasm and energy for social activities, schoolwork, friendships, hobbies, sports, music, exercise, whatever their hobby is, which indicates a commitment to rebuilding a balanced and healthy lifestyle. By comparing your teen's behavior to these indicators, you can gauge their level of motivation and commitment to recovery, and then you can adjust your support and your approach accordingly. Helping your teen overcome pornography addiction is about balance, supporting them while empowering them to take ownership of it. By understanding their stage of change and meeting them where they are, you create a safe space for growth. Remember, you're not here to fix the problem, but to walk alongside them with love and guidance. You've got this, and they do too. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more of the videos in our series. Check out the resources linked below, like the Recovery Toolbox for Teens and our Star Guides program. Let us know in the comments how you're supporting your teen, and we'll see you in the next video.